Manatees. Introduction. Many years ago, sailors told stories about mermaids or sea sirens. They were beautiful creatures that were half woman and half fish. They sang to sailors to lure them onto dangerous walks. There, the sailors would get shipwrecked. Early sailors saw manatees and thought they were mermaids. Nowadays, it is hard to believe anyone could confuse a manatee with a mermaid. Manatees have a gentle and sweet appearance, but they don't look like mermaids. Description. Manatees are marine mammals. They belong to a group of mammals called Sirena. This name comes from the old belief that manatees were sea sirens. They are sometimes called sea cows because, like cows, they graze on plants for many hours at a time, and like cows, they eat huge amounts of plant food. Manatees have round barrel-shaped bodies and small heads. They have paddle-shaped tails that helps them move through the water. Large front flippers help them to steer. They have pudgy, wrinkled faces that look a little like the face of a walrus. They have heavy, solid bones. Scientists believe their heavy bones keep them from floating too high in the water. Manatees are not close relatives of whales, dolphins, or walruses. Even though all of these are marine mammals, they are also not closely related to cows. The closest and well-known living relative of a manatee is an elephant. There are three kinds of manatees: the Amazonian manatee, the West African manatee, and the West Indian manatee. The West Indian manatees are divided into two types: Florida manatees and Antillean manatees. This map shows where manatees. West Indian manatees are about 3 meters, 10 feet long, weigh about 545 kilograms, 1,200 pounds. West African manatees are about the same size. Amazonian manatees are smaller. They measure 2.7 meters, 9 feet or less in length. They weigh 455 kilograms, 1,000 pounds or less. Habitat and habits. Manatees live in both freshwater and saltwater. They prefer shallow water in bays and rivers and along ocean coasts. They prefer water temperatures higher than 30 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The thick layer of blubber protects them from the cold, but they still cannot survive against too cold. Manatees are gentle, harmless creatures that have no way to defend themselves. Staying close to shore keeps them safe from sharks and other predators in the open ocean. Manatees migrate or travel between summer and winter feeding grounds. Scientists have tagged some manatees with radio transmitters to track their movements. They tracked one West Indian manatee that traveled more than 2,414 kilometers, 1,500 miles from Florida to Rhode Island. He broke the record for the longest migration by a West Indian manatee. Manatees spend up to 8 hours a day eating. They are vegetarians that feed on floating or underwater plants. A manatee that eats up to 15% of its body weight each day. Imagine if you did that, the average person would have to eat almost 11.5 kilograms, 2,025 pounds of food a day. Manatees also spend a great deal of time resting, up to 12 hours a day. They may rest on the surface of the water or at the bottom. When resting, they can stay underwater for up to 20 minutes at a time. When they are active, they need to come up for air every 3 to 5 minutes. Do you know? Manatees mostly live alone and often play alone. They may roll over in the water, swim on their backs, or body surf. Even though they don't live in herds, the search for warm water sometimes brings them together. Manatees often gather in large numbers near power plants that give off heated water. Dozens of manatees may be found together because the warm water feels good to them. While manatees are loners, they do sometimes get together. When they do, they get along with each other. Some manatees seem to kiss each other when they meet. They also nibble and groom each other. They often touch flippers and roll together as though they are dancing. Manatees talk with each other using chirps, squeaks, squeals, and whistles. They may make noise when playing or scared, or to greet other manatees. Noises also help a mother and baby stay in contact with each other. Like other mammals, manatee mother gives birth to live young. A baby manatee is born between 12 and 13 months after it begins to grow. It is about 1 meter, 3 feet long at birth. It is born underwater and must be brought to the surface right after birth to breathe air. The mother dunks her baby underwater several times to teach it how to go underwater and come back to the surface. A baby manatee begins to eat plants a few weeks after it is born. It may also keep drinking its mother's milk for up to 2 years. Threats to survival. All manatees are in great danger of becoming extinct or dying out completely. Their numbers are low because of many reasons. One reason is that they have been hunted for food and for their hides. Manatees also can die when they get trapped in fishing nets. In Australia, they sometimes die when they get caught in nets placed along beaches to protect swimmers from sharks. One of the biggest dangers to manatees come from powerboats. Many boaters ignore signs about staying away from areas where manatees live. Manatees move slowly and cannot escape a speeding boat. Boat propellers can injure or kill a manatee. Other threats to manatees come from pollution of the water they live in. Pesticides and other chemicals dumped in the water can be poisonous to manatees. Laws have been passed to protect manatees. Areas have been created to protect them. Many groups are working to save the manatee. They are trying to educate people about these gentle creatures and the threats to their survival.
Good job!